Sorry about that, folks. Yeah, we're having a morning here. Winter's returned to northwest Missouri, and the driving's slick, and we're just kind of getting our head together for the day. This is 7 Minutes with the Savior. Pastor Randy Fry, Gower Christian Church. There's the timer. We'll see if that keeps me honest today. So, once in a while I come to these things and I don't really know what to talk about. And then the Lord just provides a teachable moment. When I got to the office this morning, turned on the computer, I got a little notification that Burt Bacharach died. Great songwriter. You may not know his name, but you know his music. And I mentioned that to Missy, our administrator. I said, "Oh, Burt Bacharach died." She goes, "Well, I'm not sure I know who that is." I go, "You know his music. You may not know him, but he's behind a lot of music you know. Tom Jones, What's New Pussycat, Dionne Warwick, Do You Know the Way to San Jose? I think he wrote a lot of stuff for Neil Diamond. Won an Oscar for Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head. B.J. Thomas for the movie Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. So you know his music if you don't know who he was. But his creative service to these other artists made them household names, and yet we aren't as familiar with him. And that's kind of the way of the kingdom. I have no idea what Bert's spiritual leanings were, or what sort of faith life, if any, he had, but it illustrates a kingdom principle. Jesus is very consistent in saying to us who follow him that the greatest in the kingdom are the servants. The greatest in the kingdom are the people who are often, think about your church. Think about ministries you're familiar with. Think about good Christians you know. So often they are working hard behind the scenes. So often they are loving people, serving people, and we never know it. And that's kind of the way Jesus says it's supposed to be. That our greatness in the kingdom is in our serving, in our faith and in our serving. And so it was just a perfect illustration to me about how this works. That I don't even know if Burt Bacharach was that good of a singer himself, but he knew music and he could write a song. He was a hit maker, and yet we know the people who sang his stuff, but not everyone knew who he was. And so, for me, I'm keen about music and pay attention to that stuff. It was it's one of those days that you're conscious of the loss that the music community experienced today. But the principle is the one I want you to hear and understand. The greatest in the kingdom are the ones who are servants. I'm lucky. I brag about my son Jesse. But he and I tell him this, but I don't know if he gets it, that by serving at the grocery store, by sacking groceries and taking care of other things around Price Chopper, by the love and just positive energy that he has around him, People are touched by that. People are blessed by that. And that's the same thing. You know, I to tell people I get to live with one of the greatest in the kingdom because he serves and people know they're touched. You know, they know there's something in Jesse that they can't explain. You know, and this is just the way the kingdom operates, and it's something for us to remember. The good stuff that you do, whether you get recognized for it or not, it makes a difference. And the people that you lift up with your love and service, you're enabling them to live better and to live well, and you're giving them cause to glorify God, which is all important stuff if you're a follower of Jesus. All right. We're looking at our schedule for this weekend coming up. This Saturday is the big Mother-Son Nerf Challenge. It's a fundraiser for our youth group. It's from 6 to 8 in our fellowship center. You need to supply your own Nerf guns and eye protection, and we will supply the challenges. So it should be a lot of fun. It's a fundraiser for the summer's mission trip and for other things that we do throughout the year, but primarily for the mission trip. 6 to 8, just come on down. $10 for mom and each son. So keep that in mind. It should be a lot of fun. Hope that you'll take advantage of that. Sunday morning, 10:30 a.m. Is our regular worship. Please come early. We have Sunday school classes. One adult class starts at 9 and the rest at 9:30. At 9:45 is coffee time in the church basement. It's always got some delicious breakfast pastries and good conversation. Worship at 10:30 in our sanctuary, and of course live stream on Facebook and on YouTube. And then Super Bowl party, and we're gonna have a soup and chili contest, and food is provided. We are taking a free will donation that will be will be given to Caring Paws for a Cause, which is the East Buchanan School District emergency fund, the fund that the counselors and teachers use to provide clothing and food and other things for district families that get into a jam. So, and we are giving that to the Masons first, who will be able to get it tripled by the Grand Lodge before giving it to the school district. So, come on down. We will be streaming the game on the big screen, our super duper laser projector. It's an incredible picture. You can't hardly believe it. So that'll be a lot of fun. Gathering starting at 4. The kickoff, of course, is at 5:30. So come on in and come hungry. If you want to participate in the chili and soup contest, bring yourself a crock pot of chili or soup to share. And I don't know what the prizes are going to be, but hey, it's the fellowship, really. That's the most important thing. I forgot to mention a couple of prayer concerns. We want to remember Darrell House. He continues to be under hospice care at the Gower Convalescent Center, and Ernie Lawrenson was hospitalized yesterday with pneumonia, and we want to be praying for him. Looks like he's going to be staying for a few days. That's it for me. Thanks for watching. As always, until we meet again online or in person, I bid you peace.